don't mean it's something that you're destined to repeat. But you don't know where to start. You can pack your bags and I'll meet you where you are.
Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. On the return, here's Miles Price. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Mason trying left side. Pretty good start here for him. 6 yards on that opening play.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Mason on 2nd down. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Turn to Mason on 3rd down. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. So managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
You know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Now on 4th down, one of the greats, Johnny Hecker, out to punt this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stops. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10. Here's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
56, 56. All 52. What's that?
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Hey, hold. Half 85, half 85. Stop. It's out.
Allen on 3rd and short. Got a man, that's Kincaid. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. It's a design boot. Buying some time right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings take over as he records his 10th career INT. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And Bills get to him. He's brought down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, he puts a sack on the board. Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Let's go, guys. Rep roll 80. Street.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Bronk. They're going for it, 4th and 3. McCarthy to throw for it. That's complete to Robinson. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
He's still going at the 30. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a 29-yard gain. And that That means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Ready, ready.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Ready. Viking 18. Steady.
Another run for Mason. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Forced out to his right. And he's brought down after a short gain.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. But I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. And he'll give it to Mason. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal. Working quickly here. Mason. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Bills' 2-yard line.
Again, it's Mason. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
When you get stuff like that on a 2nd down run, the focus kind of shifts from getting a 1st down to just giving your punter enough room to get the ball out.
Defense made the stand last time. Do they have another one in them here on 3rd and goal?
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. Oh, and it's no good. Just his 2nd missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. McCole Hardman now on the return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
This, our last play of the quarter. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of one here. Our score, 6-0. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They have it, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Completed over the middle. On the move, past the 40. Big man showing up the yards. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Fast now to kick this away. On the return, here's Price. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Looking to throw, McCarthy. He's going deep. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
McCarthy trying again on second down. That's low and bounces short of his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Third and long for him here. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Back to the air, McCarthy. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Again, McCarthy to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Maxwell Hairston picks it off. And the Bills get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
McCarthy's pass intercepted. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up first and 10. They'll start with a give to Davis. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Now Allen. On the move, headed right. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. Little tough here. 8 to go on third down. It's Allen out of the pistol. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Barkley off the pistol again. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
All right, here we go. Second down.
319! Stop. Where's that?
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finds the in route complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Alert! 180! Where's that?
Allen looking to throw. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
319! Motion! 56! Look out!
On second down, here's Barkley. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Bills have a first down.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
180! Look out! Where's that?
First down, and they go right back to it. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 15.
And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. Bills with the lead here at Highmark. Offense to the line for second down.
Right, 180! Alert! Look out!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throws caught. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Ooh, a disappointing call despite the quarterback pleading with the officials. Got offensive pass interference, and that wipes away that touchdown.
Yeah, I'm chuckling because I remember some of my conversations with those whiteouts, and you're not going to change his mind. Once that judge makes his decision and verdict, yeah, it's over.
All right, here we go. Second down. Minnesota spends its second time out here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
180! Hey, hold. 56! Get wide! Half 85! Gun! What's that?
Allen to throw. Completed left side to Smith. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush a passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
180! Half 10. Alert! What's that?
Third and long, it's Allen. Escapes the pocket. And oh, he got it! Interception! Byron Murphy picks it. And the Vikings will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Hey, Kate, you know as a quarterback, every decision you make's got a consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10. It's McCarthy. He's looking deep once again. He's got it deep downfield. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get some late points and the lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them. The guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. And this won't get him any extra breathing room. He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line.
At their own 7-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they're there to send him out of bounds, but Brock, the damage has been done as he gets him up past the 20. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Allen on the play action. Headed out right. Dump off to his fullback. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Throwing here, Allen. That's Smith on the slant. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Play action now with Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert! Half. Hey, tight. Regular.
To the air again, Allen. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. That last interception gave him a chance to take the lead, partner. And now their defense gets them another one so they can start growing this advantage.
Yeah, this defense let them know we don't want to defend a small lead. Here's the ball again. Go get us a 2-score advantage this time.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Here's McCarthy on 1st and 10. From left side, brought in by Hopkinson. And he's escorted out of bounds, but not before driving them up near the 25. He finds them 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. And this gets close to the red zone. He is inside the 25. Now the Vikings use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Drop roll lead. Check smash, check smash. 60 backward.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, it's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got 2 in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
A 41-yard attempt.
So without a timeout to call, this winds up as a delay. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap.
Ready, ready.
So that delay backs him up 5. Now 2nd and 15 to go.
Set up. 19. Set up.
Gets it out wide quick, and he might throw this. They connect on the trick play. And talk about a good game when they needed it. That's 13 on 2nd down. Now only a yard to go here on 3rd. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Starting at the 10. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. He rolls to his right. Connects on the crosser. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Down 80. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
First down throw for Allen. This is Royals working left side. And they get this down to the 28. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Bills have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Allen setting up play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
At the 31-yard line.
Now Allen. Running right side by Royals. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone on first. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take the lead right away in half number 2. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Middle.
Allen looking to throw this. Flushed out of the pocket. And the call to go for it not rewarded as the pass falls incomplete.
Bills 13, Vikings 12. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here's Price. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
4 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He puts some air under it deep down the middle. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
10 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Another throw here for McCarthy. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Second down, McCarthy to pass. He's going to try another deep one here. And he's going to score a touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grab the lead on their first series of the half. Jordan Addison, the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for two.
The Vikings will line up for the two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
The score, Vikings 20, Bills 13.
No dice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows, maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10.
Brown 80.
On 1st down, Allen bails out of the pocket quick. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So still 10 to go on 2nd from the 33-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10, here's McCarthy. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. They get it right back, that's intercepted. Maxwell Hairston picks it off. And the Bills get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
This is one of those moments, Kate, as a quarterback, when you're jogging off the field, I'm not even going to look at my defense. They gave me the ball, and all I did was give it right back to that other offense.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Alert!
1st and 10, here's Allen. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Second down, Allen throwing again. Completed left side to Smith. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's 3rd and 7.
Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Following the false start penalty, here's 3rd down and longer. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. He's still going at the 30. Shoves him off. Touchdown, Buffalo! The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills bring it back to even.
to kick off for Buffalo.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. 1st and 10. It's McCarthy. He's trying to go deep again. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
McCarthy trying to get on 2nd down. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Finds the in route complete. And he has him right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
14 yards. The Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, McCarthy to throw. Gets him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable to create space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Let's go. 18 cards.
Throwing again now. McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Escapes the defender. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defensive preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge, huge results for your team.
Play action now. Allen. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight.
They go to Barkley again. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and 10 from the 32. Here's Allen. Buys time, rolling right. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they are going to have first and goal when we begin our fourth quarter. We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's a tie ball game through 3, and we're going to see which side separates in the fourth. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up first and goal.
Middle. Turn up. 5 wide. Middle.
From the red zone now. Buying some time right. And this is going to be a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a fourth quarter lead. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Now one of the Vikings in some pain out there, so we'll get a stoppage here as he's helped by trainers. Bass now to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Give left side to Mason. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Off play action. It's McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. To the air on 3rd and long. That's caught. This is Addison. And he's taken down at the 30. Offense to the line fast.
13 yards on the play. And the Vikings first down. A gain of 13 yards.
Putting a receiver in motion.
First down, Vikings.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Going deep here for the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They'll air it out on third. And they knock away another one. 3 straight passes, Brock, failing to connect. That brings us to fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. Running in the red zone. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Bass gets the extra point to go. And the Bills double their lead to 14.
Bills 34, Vikings 20. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Lanes didn't open for him. He is stopped shy of the 15.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Jefferson brings it in on the slant. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch, so give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
A gain of 14. And the Vikings first down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught in stride by Addison. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
That's another Vikings first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Minnesota.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gordon Addison, the intended target. So that brings up second down. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Another throw here for McCarthy. Lobs this deep down the middle. Oh no, they get him yet again! Maxwell Hairston picks it off. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Now Allen. Looking right, and he finds it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. A handoff for Williams, running left. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, here's Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Running right, it's Williams. And they take this in for the score. The Bills have likely locked up the win right there. Javonte Williams, the touchdown.